So I was driving to my parents' house the other week and I come to the stop and there's this guy throwing away this Craftsman 21-inch 917 lawnmower. We can't let it go in the trash. Can we tune up this engine and get it running? Guess you'll need to stick around. Hey guys and gals, welcome to Garage Gear. I'm JB, giving you the best tips and tricks to survive life in and out of the garage. And before we get this tune-up rolling, if you're feeling the vibe and you want to be part of the tribe, subscribe. This Craftsman is about 20 years old and will start after about a half a dozen pulls. After that, it'll kind of run a little rough. Here we go. 5/16. There we go. Ugh. That's probably part of the problem. I'll have to clean that guy too. 3 screws here. Let's take these out. Take this cover here on the top off. Peel this guy off. My God. Ugh. Based on all this dirty nonsense, I wouldn't want to start either. Time to get some pliers. Let's see what we got. We'll take these and these will do. Unhook the gas line. I'm gonna drip into this pan. Get this gas line off a little bit. Pull the gas line off. Let it leak right into the pan. Couple more drips. Gas doesn't seem too bad. While the last few drops are coming out, let's remove this top cover. Pull that back. This gas looks pretty clear. I guess the owner just couldn't get it started that easy. Hey, if it's free, it's for you, right? Now we got 2 3/8 bolts holding the carburetor on. Put a little paper towel under here to catch any of your last drips. And off comes our carburetor. Let's give this guy a cleaning. Let's see, we are gonna need some of this. We are gonna be cleaning this carburetor with this small engine carbon choke cleaner from Gunk sent to us by our friends over at Liquid Wrench. Thank you very much. Let's get this party started. Gas is already dripping out of this guy. There we go. A little dirty, a little plugged up, not bad. You can still kind of see through it. Is that a hair in there? Ugh. Pretty clean. Doesn't look too bad so far. It's probably one of those jets inside that are plugged up. Let's take out this pin up here on the top. Take out our float. There's our needle. Looks pretty good so far. Okay, so normally what I recommend is taking off this rubber gasket here, but this thing is like sealed on there. It's not coming off without a fight. If I try to take it off, I'm gonna ruin it. So I gotta take a safe approach here and just leave this one on. I'm just gonna spray around it quick, wipe it down, and we shouldn't have any issues with swelling. This also has a red rubber ring inside this hole right here. I'm gonna spray fast inside there so I don't swell that baby up either. Let's spray down this exterior. That looks a lot better already. Now I'm gonna spray inside. I'm gonna spray the other way. Not too bad, still a little tarnished in there. This stuff's not coming off. I'm gonna use our straw, start zipping in all the little holes. Now onto the bottom. Slide it in here. It's a fountain of youth, baby. Up the emulsion tube in the center. Come on, go, get it in there. Another little hole in the center, let's spray down that. Down the gas pipe. Be quick with this one because we're not taking the gasket out. I'm gonna spray up the gas pipe. Before I set this thing down, what I'm gonna do is just wipe off this gasket ring right here real quick, get any carburetor fluid off of it so it doesn't swell. I'm gonna take my air gun, send it in, give it a few puffs. Feel air coming out, that's good. I'm gonna dry off the rest of this while we're at it. Send it up the emulsion pipe, inside these little holes here, around the bottom, in this little hole here, and the other side. All set. Let's clean up some of these other parts, starting with the bowl. Clean as a whistle. Look at that. Now we're gonna do the float. There was some junk on this little guy. As I'm shaking it like this, I'm listening to see if it's holding any inside. Nope, we got a solid float. That's good. Now the needle. Get out of here, stupid fly. Now the pin. Now this guy, you can kind of see through it. There is a little bit of blockage around it. I think that's what may be slowing this guy down. Let's clean it out. First, let's spray it down. I got this handy dandy carb cleaning wire set for $1 at a garage sale. How can you beat that? Stick it in, wiggle it in and out, just like that. Well, you can see right through that, no problem now. Spray her down from the top and the sides. Let's blow this baby out. Make sure you hold on tight so it doesn't blow away. Now the float, the bowl, the pin, and our needle. Now, before we put this baby back together, I want to show you this. This gasket has a partial tear. I see things like this a lot. So what I do is, if it's not all the way torn, I just reuse it. Usually it's okay, but if it's completely torn off or it's missing a section, then replace it. All right, let's piece this baby back together. We're going to start with our needle and float. We're gonna slide that needle back on its track, drop it into the hole, take our pin, stick her in from the side, all the way through, center it just like that. Take our bowl, slide that guy back on. Take our bowl bolt. Gasket looks pretty good on the bottom. We're gonna twist it in, just like that. Good, she's snug. All right, that's a clean carburetor. We're gonna pop this back on and finish up the rest of the engine. All right, we're gonna bolt this carburetor back on. We're gonna insert this pin into this little hole right here. Slide that guy on where she needs to be. Using the impact driver, send him in. And reinsert the fuel line. Press the clamp and move it back into place. All right, let's clean up these plastic pieces because these are a freaking mess. Spray them down. It's so dirty. What's swimming in there? Here we go. We're just gonna wipe this off with a paper towel as best we can. And that guy is looking a lot better than it was. We'll take it. How does all this stuff get on here? Let that kind of absorb into the grease. It'll take it off eventually. Clean this guy off. That looks a lot shinier already. Junk inside these air filters can mess up your carburetor pretty bad. It's a lot in the pan. Look at that. Much cleaner. I'll tell you what, you can just hear this part saying, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Blow dry. Another one. All right, back panel's going on. This tube right here meets up with this tube right here. Make sure it goes inside. Stick it on. Line everything right back up. Send back in your screws. There's 3 of them. Now, as far as this air filter goes, I'm not even bothering with this. That is so caked up, forget about it. Instead, I've got a whole collection up here somewhere. There's one right up top. How about that? Fresh and so clean, clean. Guy's gonna go on like that. Slide it in, work the screw into place, send her home. Take your cover here, put it back on top. Take this top panel, we're gonna put this baby back where it belongs. Now, before I put gas inside this thing and start it back up, what I wanna do is make sure that this engine runs absolutely perfect. We're gonna take this spark plug out, give it a quick cleaning, and change the oil. Take off this boot, spark plug wrench on, screwdriver through, twist. Pretty dirty, let's clean it. Time to visit our good old friend, Mr. Wilton. Light him up. And that should do. We're gonna let that cool off for a few minutes. Ugh, that is sludgy at the bottom. Ugh, wow. It needs an oil change for sure. I already know this oil's gonna be rough. Let's see. Is there any oil? What? Oh, there it is. Holy cow, you had to wait for that. While we're waiting for that to drain, which is probably gonna take the better part of forever, let's go back over here to Mr. Wilton and finish our spark plug. All right, let's give it a quick brushing and a blow dry. While this engine is still tipped over on its side, dripping out its oil, this spark plug is now clean. Let's throw her in. Let's tighten her back down and the boot goes back on. Holy cow, that's it? That's all the oil in that thing? Man, that thing needed an oil change more than an ugly stripper needs a buck. All right, let's tip this guy back. Let's fill her up with some 5W30 full synthetic. All right, let's get this party started. Well, how about that? That started right up and ran very smooth. Not bad for a free mower. Stay tuned for the next video where I have a little surprise in store for this mower. Don't forget to give me one of these. For more cool garage gear videos, check out my links right here. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the garage.